Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Macon-Bibb County Commission meeting. Today is Tuesday, October the 12th, and the time is probably 6 o'clock. We'd like to welcome everyone here today. We have several items on the agenda, including a very important proclamation that we'll be doing here in just a moment. But I'd like to officially welcome everyone here and call this meeting to order. We'll do like we always do. We'll begin with a prayer followed by our Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight we have the pleasure of being led by a prayer from Reverend Ben Wells, who's St. Francis Episcopal Church. Those of you that can and will, please stand and bow your head.
The Lord be with you. Let us pray. O God, you made us in your own image and redeemed us through your love. Look with compassion on the whole human family. Take away the arrogance and hatred which infect our hearts. Break down the walls that separate us. Unite us in bonds of love. And work through our struggle and confusion to accomplish your purposes on earth. That in your good time, all nations and races may serve you in harmony around your heavenly throne. Heavenly God, send down upon those who hold office in Macon-Bibb County the spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice, that with steadfast purpose they may faithfully serve in their offices to promote the well-being of all people. In the name of the triune God, we pray. Amen.
At this time, we have an announcement in form of a proclamation. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'll ask Commissioner Valerie Wynn if she may have the pleasure of reading that today. We have several distinguished guests that are here with us today, and if you don't mind, come up front there. She'll read that proclamation, and then we'll present that to you and do a group picture.
First of all, Mr. Mayor, thank you for letting me read this proclamation. It's near and dear to my heart as my mother passed away from breast cancer many years ago when a lot of the things we have now were not available to help her. So are you all ready? You all look so pretty today. I didn't wear my green. I should have known. Whereas Breast Cancer Awareness Month began in October 1985 as a partnership between the American Cancer Society and the Pharmaceutical Division of Imperial Chemical Industries, and whereas Breast Cancer Awareness was established to educate women about breast cancer and early detection tests and to promote mammograms as an important tool to be used to fight breast cancer, and whereas having affordable access to screenings and early detection for all women is a component in the fight against breast cancer. And whereas breast cancer deaths have declined by 40% since 1898 due to improvements in treatments and early detection by mammograms, and whereas despite the significant overall progress against breast cancer, cancer continues to pose a major public health challenge, and certain segments of the United States population continue to experience a disproportionate burden of cancer. And whereas promoting awareness of early detection of breast cancer as a life-saving strategy is an important responsibility, and a coalition of organizations representing national and local entities, the American Cancer Society, Atrium Health Navicent, Macon-Bibb County Health Department, Prevailing Women Ministries, Inc., and the Macon chapter of Links, Inc. have joined forces to provide affordable access to screenings to increase awareness about the importance of early detection and provide educational resources and support to women in treatment. Now, therefore, I, Lester M. Miller, which I'm not, do hereby proclaim October 2022 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Macon-Bibb County, and we encourage all residents to work together to improve women's health and increase awareness of the importance of getting mammograms for early detection of breast cancer. in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the consolidated government to be affixed to this on the first day of October, signed by Lester M. Miller.
All righty, we're going to move back on to our business. We have the approval of minutes. This time entertain a motion for approval of the minutes from October the 4th, 2022, our regular meeting. Can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Bronson. Any questions regarding the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. We have no comments on agenda items. We do have 5 comments on non-agenda items, and we'll be there in just a few moments. We have new business. We have 3 items of new business and then the consent agenda. The first item on new business is a ordinance to authorize the supplemental appropriation of up to $224,045 from the general fund to grant funds $252.0230 to be used for a new conceptual design and environmental site study for a new corporate terminal building at the Middle Georgia Regional Airport to approve work authorizations to said project. This time I entertain a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Howell. Can I get a second? Second by Commissioner Jones. Any questions regarding this item? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. The next item, item B, is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Reeves Construction Company in an amount of $1,045,820 to be paid from federal bipartisan infrastructure law grant funds, authorizing a supplemental appropriation of up to $61,111 from the general fund balance to be used as matching funds for the federal funds that will be used to pay for the agreement, authorizing a contract supervision work orders for Passaro Associates in the total amount $295,000 to be paid from grant funds, and all this is related to our runway extension. I get a motion to approve. A motion by Commissioner Howell, second by Commissioner Wilder and others. Any questions regarding this item? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Item C is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Precisions 2000 in the amount of $2,199,446 to be paid from federal bipartisan infrastructure law grant funds or other grant funds, authorizing the contract supervision work orders with Passaro Associates, LLC, in the total amount of $168,300 to be paid from grant funds, similar to what we did before. I get a motion to approve. Motion again by Commissioner Howell, second by Commissioner Jones. Any questions regarding this item on the runway extension? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries unanimously. We do not have any items of old business, but we have items of the consent agenda. That's items 9A through 9F. 9A through 9F, and I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as published. Motion by Commissioner Wilder. We have a second. Second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries unanimously. We do not have a need to go into executive session, but we do have 5 comments on non-agenda items. Most of those items are concerning crime, and I'll call on you one by one if you don't mind. Our first person will give you 3 minutes to talk, and if you don't mind, come up to the microphone and speak directly into that mic, and we'll let you know when your time is out. Our first person to speak is Dennis Floyd. Mr. Floyd, if you don't mind coming up to the front. Mr. Foy still here? Do not see him here. We're going to move on to Lacey Hancock. Ms. Hancock, thank you for being with us tonight. I understand you want to speak about crime and specifically downtown safety concerns for downtown employees and owners. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Lacey. I am familiar with some of your faces. I've been a bartender on Cherry Street in downtown Macon for 10 years. I love bartending. I love making people's day as a bartender and an employee of downtown Macon. However, in the past 2 weekends, there have been 2 drive-by shootings in downtown, one of which I did not see on the news. On 2 separate occasions, I've called fellow friends and peers to ask if they were okay or vice versa. I've walked to my vehicle in the past 2 years to find bullet holes in it, with a police officer coming out, collecting evidence, and nothing was ever done. We went from knowing the name of each officer working in downtown Macon to the point of me carrying dog treats for the canine officers because I knew the name of their dogs. All of this happened, and the only thing that I've seen happen is the loss of my peace of mind and my fellow employees, fellow owners' peace of mind. First, we blamed a bar on Poplar Street, then on Cherry Street, then on MLK. Every bar or restaurant open late has added extra security and extra cameras. Everything that you've done, we have asked of them to do, they have done. The security at each one of these places has a group chat set up to warn each other of possible problems that are going to happen. They are taking our hands and our customers' hands into their lives, and they don't make enough money for that. 25 minutes. It took 25 minutes for an officer to respond last Friday from the time I saw muzzle fire through the window of the bar that I work at and hit the ground. It took 25 minutes, and something's got to give. Personally, I'm speaking personally as a downtown employee, as a downtown bartender, but as everybody in the city knows, this is a citywide problem. I just want to know what is going to get done, because where I'm sitting, the seats that you guys are sitting in right now is stained with this city's blood, and I'm scared. I'm scared for my city. Most of us live downtown. Downtown is our playground. It's where we walk our dogs, and where our kids come and play. It's where we eat. All of us that work downtown put money back into downtown. That includes the owners of these downtown places. May I suggest meeting with these owners and local establishments and their workers? These owners know what they're talking about. They are very, very smart, and they have amazing ideas. A few officers with good overtime incentives make all the difference. This Saturday when I worked, I saw 5 officers downtown. I saw you guys walking around, and I thank you for that. I stopped and thanked every single one of those officers. Hopefully, I'll get to know their names like I used to know the names of the officers from the downtown precinct. But we went from buying corsets and Converses to bulletproof vests and steel-toed boots to work, to provide for our families. And it's got to stop. Curfews don't necessarily work, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. But I am trying to see, there are places in Savannah and Athens, public cameras work great. The gunshot thing that we were discussing, I think a few weeks ago, that's a great idea, but Christmas is coming up, and with Christmas comes a lot of business. And I'm scared, not just about our money, I'm scared about our homes.
30 seconds.
Thank you, guys. That's all I have to say, and I hope that something is done about this, and I want to thank each one of you, especially for this past weekend and the officers that were on duty Saturday night. I want to thank you guys for registering that and realizing that it is a problem.
Well, thank you, Ms. Hancock. This is not an opportunity that we had to respond, but I do want to tell you that I think what you saw this past Saturday is going to be the new norm. We've been talking with the sheriff. He's certainly going to improve the safety and security downtown. I think that the shot fired at 2:45 in the morning, by the way, was loudly heard. At the same time, you'll start to notice a lot more cameras and other type of technology to correspond with the shot spotter, not just in downtown, but all across the county. So I do think help is on the way, and I look forward to being able to have personal conversations once again with the downtown businesses to make sure that that's clear to their minds. So thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your information, okay?
Thank you all.
Thank you. Our next person is going to be James Harvey. Mr. Harvey, thank you for being here tonight. And you also want to speak on crime and punishment.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Mayor and I think part of the problem is punishment. in downtown Macon especially, or in the local jails, they have phones, TVs, they get food come in, all the necessities, almost like they were outside, including, I've been told, some of the best drugs. Go to jail to get it. I believe that deterrence need to be set in. Bring back the chain gangs. Take away some of the rights of those inmates that have already been sentenced. Take their rights away. Put them on a chain gang. Put them on the highways, working for the state, for the city. Otherwise, you're going to have repeat offenders. I was a single parent with 2 children many years ago. I remember Mr. Lucas was here and my daughter had ran away. And I had an issue with it. These 2 children of mine never been to jail, don't know what handcuffs are, except what they see on TV. Because I put deterrence in place. Still, they're grown now. My daughter's going to medical school. My son is a father of 3 children, works 2 jobs. We need to put deterrence in to stop repeat offenders and even the offenders that are in there. They have too many rights. Take away those rights of the inmates. They've been sentenced. They've been found guilty. Stop doing, plea bargains. Put these inmates, I was never always perfect, but it didn't take 2 or 3 times for me to go to jail to learn it's not a place to be, even with all the rights that they have in jail. Take away the rights of those that have been sentenced. That's not only in the local jails, but in the state institutions. I bet you if you start taking those rights away, you will stop having repeat offenders, because they don't want to go in the chain gang. Make it so that going to jail is not a picnic, because that's what it is. I know most guys go in there, they already know what they're going to get. Oh, okay, I can do that, and it's okay. No, stop doing that. When you say you're giving hard, bring back hard labor. You'll start seeing less and less. Put up a tent city where they're outside in the cold, they're outside in the heat. They don't want to keep doing that. But we make it, or you make it, or the city makes it a picnic for people to go to jail. It's okay. That's all I have to say. I just wish that deterrence was set in place for people to stop having all these rights. They can get packages in jail. They can get food. Take that away. Think about it. They won't want to come back. But you're making it so easy. We can get food, we can get phones, we can get TV, we can get everything in there. Take those things away. I bet you'll have less people going to jail. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here tonight. Our final person is Miss Reverend Lydia Mitchum Meredith. Miss Meredith, good to see you back here again.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Miller. It's wonderful to see your face again. I mean, you just everywhere. I'm just happy to see your influence with the sheriff. I'm happy to see my District 5 Representative Seth Clark. I return to talk about the issue of public safety in my district and the greater Macon community. First, want to thank the entire board for your public service. From this meeting, I've done some research that I want you to consider. At the clergy meeting we had last week, we talked about the prevention strategies, and we saw all of these wonderful nonprofits and so forth here tonight that Mayor Miller has pushed for this violence prevention on the prevention level, to clear up blight in our communities, produce jobs, and community literacy of our young people and all these kinds of things. I'm thankful for these initiatives that have started in our community. but the common theme that we heard was long-term, over time. It's gonna be a minute before these middle schoolers get to be able to contribute to the decline in crime. And Macon has 153,000 citizens, and these programs are serving less than 5% of the population. So I would like to see some intervention in tandem with these prevention strategies. Prevention and intervention strategies are not mutually exclusive. We need the funds to hire more police. Now, Mayor Miller said, well, we got the money, Reverend Lydia, we got the money, we just can't get the police. So I did some more research. Now, after I'm hearing that, why are we having a shortage if we got the money? I wish the sheriff was here. He just left. I wish he was here. So I began to investigate this particular issue. And I found that our police are being attracted to other counties that offer higher pay. I found that our police are not making a livable wage, demoralizing our police. I found that our police are paid significantly less than advertised part-time hired deputies at $40 an hour, while our police make less than $25 an hour, putting their lives on the line every day that they wake up to report to work. I found out that police have not gotten a pay raise in 9 years, not a cost of living raise or a performance raise or a length of service raise. I wish the sheriff was here. I found out that tenured police
1 minute.
make less than police that are recently hired, and I found out that our police are shared to support the mental health demands of the city, which makes response time almost impossible in some neighborhoods. Therefore, I implore you to address these matters immediately, pay our police to recruit and retain police officers needed to keep our communities safe. Thank you, Brother Mayor.
Thank you. I just want to make sure before you leave, I'd like to know you later on where you got that information, because most of it was incorrect. I'll be
Okay.
happy to point you to
I
the
got it
correct
from
information.
police officers.
Yeah.
I got it from police officers that are on salary.
Right. Yeah.
Working for,
I can get you the facts.
sheriff.
The facts of the matter is they've gotten raises the last 3 years in a row, and we just invested $40 million over the next 10 years too, as an incentive pay, with the officers getting an additional $5,500. Also, just to be clear, I'm not going to debate back and forth. I just want to make a couple of comments before
Yeah,
I close
I'm
it out.
happy to hear it.
The $40 an hour that you're talking about, that's part-time pay. That does not include any benefits, and as most people know, by the time you deduct benefits and your taxes and your other benefits of that, they're making equivalent to the current officer would be making, that would be getting the benefits. So you really have to compare apples with apples. I appreciate you being here today. We got one more speaker, I think, that came in late, and if they want to speak tonight, I'll let them speak. Did we sign up to speak? Oh, no, gentlemen here, I saw somebody getting a sheet of paper here. I'm sorry, young lady, okay. If you don't mind coming forward, thank you, Miss. See you again. Mr. Tillman, I know you want to talk at some point in time. I got your light on, but. Okay, let me get this last person.
I kind of want to just touch on what she had to say about crime with the bars.
Yes, ma'am.
I manage Midtown Daiquiri Bar and Grill, and we had an incident there over the weekend. And before the incident occurred, I called the police, and nobody came out. And we're following all the rules and the protocols. We got cameras in place, we have security in place, but it's just hard to get police out to work after hours. Also, to touch on what he said, like about people being arrested, the suspects that are being arrested because they were caught on camera, they're already out on 2 bonds of aggravated assault.
I agree.
My cousin, who's on my shirt, he was killed in Death Valley 3 years ago. That was 2019, it's 2022. Those suspects are out on bond. So, like, you know, Thirsty Turtle got closed, but it's like people, they're not scared or anything because the police are, you know, they go to jail, they're gonna get out on bond. Cases aren't being prosecuted. The guy that is on camera shooting, he's already out on 2 bonds. He hasn't been convicted of anything, so he's not even a convicted felon yet. So he can still get a gun because he's not convicted of anything. Also, like y'all put cameras up to catch speeding, issuing out $100 tickets. I can go through the Peach State Pass, and without having the Peach State, the ticket's only $25. But we need to invest money into putting cameras, like she said, downtown, because those same guys that shot downtown, those are some of the same guys. And at my bar, we always had the same customers, but that day they had a day called Bloomfield Day. So where people get out in the streets or whatever. So like everybody migrated there because it was right down the street. So that's why I called the police. But like I said, they didn't come. And right after the shooting happened, they were there in less than 5 minutes. But I had called y'all like 20 minutes before, to try to avoid anything happening there. So, and the first thing they want to say, like they want to close places down, but like we calling out for help, so we could just get some kind of help with the police. Like she said, we need to get a meeting together with all the bars and see, what we can do. Because, like, that's not my only business here in Macon. I've been a business owner here since 2007. So, I want people to be safe or whatever, and I'm doing everything that I can, but I need some help.
Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate I can tell you that your comments haven't fallen on deaf ears. We're all working on response time and working on getting more deputies and improving it. I think you'll see that based on the new announcements we just made. I would ask you to direct your comments regarding sentencing and people being out on bond to the people who make that decision. No one sitting around this horseshoe has anything to do whatsoever with whether or not somebody's on bond.
Right.
That would be the district attorney, and I'm sure she'll be happy to talk with you about that. We can only do what our part here. We have nothing to do with running the jail. That's the constitutional officer, sheriff. But we will take everything down. She's been taking notes the entire time you're talking, and certainly we want you to be part of it. We want you to have a nice, profitable business and a very safe business, and we're looking to be a partner. So thank you very much.
All right.
That concludes our folks that want to speak tonight. We had a point of personal privilege for Commissioner Tillman. Commissioner Tillman?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I want to encourage early voting this Saturday. There's a partnership that's going on Saturday, October 22nd at the Board of Education parking lot. We'll be partnering with Georgia Women, Unity and Community, Jack and Jill, Atrium, Navicent Health, League of Women Voters. We'll be there from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. with food and fun, and encouraging our early voters to come out and take advantage of early voting and reach out to some of those organizations. So we'll see all of you all this Saturday morning, and please get out and vote early. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tillman. No further business that brings us here today. This meeting is hereby adjourned.